That's one of our
That's where we found some. Alright, we are down at Freedom Motorsports with the Barrawagz up on the hoist. Thanks to Tony for hooking us up and Rich Whiteman for the recommendation. Currently pulling the gearbox out of the wagon just to check, see what this nasty noise, insert clip right here.
It's getting a little bit noisy though, I was going to say. It's getting real nasty.
Trying to figure it out. Not sure exactly what it could be. Tipping it's something to do with like a bearing, no idea, but I'm just checking over everything just to make sure it's nothing strange. If you're wondering what it is, it's a GeForce 101A and it's been doing some pretty hard work. It's on its third year now, and all we've done is change a couple of gears from a little bit of pitting, so I'm interested to see how those gears are doing. We're only not far from GeForce itself, so we'll be taking it there tomorrow, and they'll be giving us whatever we need to fix it. But while we're at this shop, there's some pretty cool stuff that we can check out. We'll have a quick look and then we'll get down to fixing this gearbox. Enjoy. All right, got the box out and pulled the front off. Can hear a noise in the front there, and that's pretty wobbly, so I reckon that might be an issue. All right, got all my stuff ready to take it down to GeForce. Got some spares, the old stuff that I already replaced, so hopefully it's just bearings, but apparently take it down there. They'll rip it apart and put it back together in a short period of time and don't charge like crazy, which is handy. One reason we're here, which we're actually in Pennsylvania, about an hour away from GeForce. Super handy, so we'll get to that, but let's get into this shop tour right now. G'day, mate.
Hey, how's it going?
It's Tony's his shop.
Hello.
How long you been here?
10 years. Started drifting 2004, 2005 at Club Loose with all the homies. I'm good friends with a bunch of people that have been doing it for a long time. Vaughn and Chelsea and all those guys have been doing it forever. I've never driven pro, but I'm more of a party driver. It's my S14. 750 horsepower, JZ 1.5 with a dog box.
I've noticed you like your JZs around here.
Yeah, there's a few of them here.
A few JZ cars going on here.
Yeah,
very nice. How long you had this car?
This car has been around for about 4 years.
Nice.
It's a ripper. 5J, yeah, 3-year block. We do a lot of our own parts in-house, so like the upper water necks. We make these. Zier electric water pump.
Sick.
Delete panels.
I like it.
We do a lot of cool.
We're doing a 2J wagon at the moment, so I might have to hit you up for some.
Oh, sweet, yeah.
What's this thing here?
This is Andrew's BMW E30 M3. It's an original M3. This car was a rotisserie car, so it got flipped around and it's painted underneath.
Very nice.
Top to bottom. Also 1.5 JZ. This is a ECU Masters car, full electronics, mil-spec harness.
So it's pretty rare, this. I don't know much about BMWs, but...
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's...
it's up there.
A lot of purists would be pretty upset about this combo, but he doesn't care.
I'm all for that.
This car's been, a project, but
yeah, very cool.
It's nearing its final stages. We're getting ready for final assembly, and we've made everything, so now all we have to do is install it. So.
And then notice you got the GeForce in there as well.
Yeah, this car we're getting
GSR.
prepped for Hyperfest. This is the next time this car will go out.
Yeah, sick.
I need to do the same thing you're doing. I need to pull my box and look at it, check the clutch.
It's the most dreaded thing to do ever. I hate it. All right, let's have a look. The rest of the shop.
Over there is where we build engines.
I've seen a few spicy looking engines going on.
Yeah, there's a 3.4 stroker 2J, my 3.0 billet main motor. This is for my RX-7, which isn't here. This is for a Supra that's out in the shop, another built JZ. Tomei stroker RB26 going into a GTR.
Nice.
And then those are all of our cylinder heads.
Bunch of heads.
Couple of ported heads, couple of stock heads. Rich Whiteman's SR head for when he blows his SR up again.
Bloody SRs. Very cool. What's your day today like? What's your most common sort of jobs you get? Do you do a lot of performance builds or just...
Yeah, it's all performance stuff. Sometimes we do, like we just did a transmission on a GTR, put solenoids in it. So we'll do like some performance upgrades of like higher end vehicles too. But we do, a lot of it is these custom crazy builds, but they take forever to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
yeah.
There's an abundance of them laying around. There's never any hurt
cool.
for work.
Yeah, it's always cool to see. There's not many performance shops around, especially in Australia. There's few and far between, but yeah.
Surprisingly, most of our parts that we manufacture, and now our machine shop's not in this building, it's at another shop. 90% of them get sold in Australia. Like I sell like 3 or 4 products in America a year. It's like, I mean, you guys like our stuff better than Americans.
After being here, we get a lot of the JDM import stuff, so the scene is definitely strong. But
yeah, and this is the main garage, IS300, full engine bay paint.
I don't even know. I should have suspected it was a Jay-Z.
Another Jay-Z. This is one of our techs, Lucas, and his beautiful car.
Quick intro, everyone, your crew.
This is Lucas, our lead tech. This is Sam, front office lady. I'm me, Tony, the owner. That's Zach, the other tech.
Other tech. And I'm just a visitor.
This is our visitor.
Shout out.
And that's my wife, Paula, other owner. But yeah, this is Lucas's dry sump 1J.
It's a nice looking setup you got there.
Wet sump.
Wet sump.
Should have gone dry sump.
Well, I can't afford that.
Yeah, and then this is Nigel's RX-7 2J car. The engine was removed out of this, regasketed. This car was built a bunch of years ago in Texas in need of some freshening up. So he gave it a Grannis T56. We did a Ford 88 rear end out in the back end. I want to say it makes around 750.
The 488, that's the solid.
Yeah. No, this is the independent rear.
Okay, because I think that's what I've got in my car.
Yeah, it's out of an Explorer.
Yeah, okay.
But we put the Ford Performance LSD in it and ring and pinion.
Yeah, very nice.
Dominated.
The first thing I saw when I got here, definitely a very cool little combo. The RX-7 with full kit and all the stuff, and the Jay-Z swap.
Yeah, TCP
It looks
magic.
definitely tied in there.
This is Zach's project car. It's a 350Z. It's one of our retired techs' old vehicles. This car used to be Jay-Z powered. He's working on slowly putting that back together because he bought it off him. I mean, because you ain't moving fast, guy. This is an LS Caprice. We just did an exhaust on. Some pretty tigs under here.
Nice. Fresh pipes.
Couple of things to do, but
Very cool.
it's about wrapped up.
This is pretty much the most common car in Australia.
Is it really? Because it came in and I was like, what a sleeper. It looks like a cop car, but it got a cam. This is an old P1800 Volvo that we're building for a Pan American race, getting a roll cage, and now we're starting to enter like the fab side of the shop. The front side of the shop is engine building, and then this is where the fab starts to get involved. This is all cutting and grinding, cleaning.
What is this thing right here?
It's a P1800 Volvo.
That's it.
Yeah, so we started at the tube rear end. The cage is going to come down to here, mounted the cell nice and low.
What's the purpose? Will be the purpose?
Pan American Baja race.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going.
It's full on.
They're going to be putting some miles on it and ripping it.
Very cool. So you got all the machinery back there and all the
This
tools and
is all more of the fab area. It's all dirty right now. Dies for the bender, all of our toolboxes for the fab shop. It's important to put holes in things with that. And then we got the welding station down here and lathe. And yeah, that's pretty much the grandiose tour.
Very nice, thank you.
Yeah, most day-to-day is Skylines and Supras. Pretty much anything Jay-Z.
Thank you very much for letting me use your shop. Appreciate
Yeah, no problem,
it
dude. Glad to help.
Hopefully we can get her back out there.
Yeah, man. Oh, you want to see a big burnout when you put it together.
Oh, I won't say no to that. All right, thank you. All right, you're next. Show us what you got. Give us the rundown.
S13 hatch, 240 originally. 1GZ.
It's a 180.
All right, so 180 hatch, fully built 1J, CD09, stock rear. It's got the whole FDF suspension kit on it, front and rear. Fully sealed harness. I wanted like a high RPM, like 1J build. Straight
Non-BBTI?
Non-BBTI. Want Motorsports, like full manifold on it, which is sick. Each one of these runners provide fresh air.
It's prompting me.
to each one.
I got some B-roll already.
So most people think that it's like a secondary wastegate. No, it's completely not.
It's the proper way. Proper way to do anti-lag. I've got the fake way with the electric throttle.
Yeah.
It'll work, but this is better.
Got a Zona rotor on it. Should be pretty responsive. Goal is probably 700 to 800 horsepower in that range. That's kind of like what Tony makes. So ideally, it's going to be around like 10,000 RPM. I don't know. There's so like little stuff on 1G's revving high that I kind of just took it into my own hands to figure out a solution.
Just send it, pretty much.
Yeah.
See what happens.
Big cams, yeah. So everything's built in the motor too. So like the entire bottom end's gone over. Billet mains, Wiseco pistons, BC rods. and then the top end's all GSC valve train. I'm running like our own motor plate. So yeah, we manufacture that one in
This thing right here.
Yeah, that's it's really nice for JZs. You know, you don't have to finagle with like motor mounts. Your clearance underneath the engine is like awesome, and like to set it up is extremely easy.
That's pretty cool. I've seen some people do this kind of stuff. It's like a NASCAR style thing. It's kind of cool. It definitely gets things out of the way, clears things up, and obviously holds it quite firm as well.
It seems like intimidating. It really isn't. Like you already have your base stripped down. It's literally just welding in like 2 supports and that's it.
Yeah, see.
You know.
And is that a part that you guys sell? Or? Yeah.
Yep. Okay, exactly. Cool. Yeah, nice. So that one's in-house.
I'll have to hit you up for my JZ. So does that suit 1J and 2J, or it's different?
Yeah, both 1J and 2J.
Yeah, see.
If you have a 1J, like the setup, the head or the deck height's smaller, so you might run into like intake manifold issues.
Okay, super.
So that's just a heads up. Yeah, like this one had to get cut up and modified. Anything else? Yeah, for sure. So like the full harness was done by my buddy Drew. You can see his little labeling on there.
Looks fancy.
The coil bracket kits. Like I know there's a bunch of these, but honestly, you will not find a better one than this. We make this one in house as well. Nice. Just R35 coils. I only have 4 of them in there right now. Yeah,
but very nice.
But yeah.
And if you want to find this stuff and other parts,
you go straight to our website. We'll link it.
Yeah, sweet.
That works out.
You'll link it, or I'll link it.
I think I'll link it.
I'll
Jason will link it. You'll link it like right here, right?
It's your turn to do some touring.
All right.
So apparently there's some things out here that are nice too. There's a bit of collection of JDM. There's Supra up the front there.
Yeah, Supra, GTR. But this car, we did basically a full build. We did the tube front end, all this stuff.
SR20.
Intercooler, tucked rad, BVL SR, built CP pistons, furler rods. All the good stuff.
Very nice.
And then
has it been run up yet or not yet?
Yeah, we're running into a bunch of VVL issues.
Oh, really?
Where when the solenoid kicks on, it's actually like breaking up really bad, and we can't figure out why. So we've been kind of going down a rabbit hole with that, trying to figure it out.
I've heard one thing before that people probably get all in the comments, but a friend has done some VVL stuff, and they said something about like the way they talk. The pattern was like wrong on the recommendation.
Oh, really?
And something about they ended up just going the other way and just doing like inside out.
Okay.
And there was something to do with it was just holding an air pocket in the engine, causing weird misfire issues on the dyno. So who knows?
It's actually
maybe
very similar to what we're having. So
yeah. So who knows? Suss the comments once this video goes up. You get all the experts out. Is this a Supra?
This is a Supra.
This is a Supra.
Mark III Supra.
Okay, there you go.
7M car, and then Skyline. I think Tony probably showed the motors up there. That
yeah,
26.
Okay. I don't know if you can give the broad American like thoughts on a 32 GTR, because I've seen on Marketplace and stuff, they're not actually like crazy priced. I'm feeling like they're not as sought after here for some reason, even though they are scarce.
Yeah, they are very rare, and I feel like people just tend to flock more towards like the 34, where you're getting, that just like nostalgic of the 34, and nobody really knows the 32. I feel like in the US, like they kind of see it and they're just
it's
like,
yeah, 32.
Exactly. It's just, I love the 32s personally.
They're sick
33 is my favorite.
They're up there, but they're nothing like a 34.
Yeah,
I don't know what 33s go for, but So what else we got?
GTO. He's a regular customer of ours. This thing is meticulously maintained.
It's so funny seeing like these are pretty much Aussie cars. This is a Monaro back home.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're sought after, but they're common. Like
in the US, dude, GTOs, I feel like you just don't see it.
Fun fact for you: these like roaming the streets flat out, like $3,000 pieces of shit. When they're four door, there's 4 door ones.
Oh, okay.
Just the Holden Commodore.
I was gonna say, is that a Holden
VT? And then there's SS's that are 4 doors,
okay.
And then Monaros are the 2 door ones that are rarer, more sought after.
Gotcha.
Which also come in V6 at home. Supercharged V6,
really?
yeah.
Interesting.
Storage, S14 up top there.
Yeah, the S14. That car was abandoned here.
Okay.
The guy brought it in. We were gonna do a full build on it. It was gonna be RB28, Rocket Bunny Boss kit, all-wheel drive.
True.
It was gonna be like one of the first of its kind when it was being built. This dude, and he had like all the parts for it. He had the kit. He just disappeared. I don't know what happened.
There you go.
So the car's just been sitting here, and figured it'd make a nice ornament. So we stuck it up on top of the container.
Thanks for your little tour.
Absolutely. That's about it out here.
Cheers. All right, we're gonna get this gearbox down to GeForce tomorrow, and we'll get it back in, and maybe do a skid. We'll see. Okay, here we are the next morning. Here we are at GeForce Transmissions, where I'm pretty sure the gears and the boxes are made for the RTS, or just the GeForce 101A and Mental Blankets. Is it RTS? I can't remember. The NASCAR boxes. So we'll see what we can film. I'll go have a chat, get this box out. Hopefully I can do it on the spot, or it's an easy fix. Mass fingers crossed right now, because I want to just get back, get it in, and get back home. So we're all ready to go for LZ Tour Canada. All right, we're loaded up. We've got Jimmy giving us a hand, and Mark's the specialist. Don't know. Or you specialist?
He's the master.
He's the master.
Yeah, he's the man of all the answers.
That's it. This box has come all the way from Australia, from America to Australia, now back here for some servicing.
Take it in and see what's going on.
That's it. All right, got the cover off. It was looking pretty good until I looked back here at 4. And we've got a bit of something, so maybe the bearing has gone and it's got sort of chewed up a bit in that gear. I don't know. I'll let you keep doing your thing.
More developments to come.
More findings. Doesn't sound ideal or perfect.
Little discrepancy in there.
So that's 2 bearings doing funny stuff. This one has got a bit of a walk on it, like a bit of a wobble, and the same sort of notchy sound. So we're getting some progress. Now we're doing some funky ass testing that he's going to have to explain, because it makes no sense to me whatsoever.
First, we're going to check your shafts for straightness.
Okay.
Just make sure everything's true. Any of the cut areas, you're basically looking. I'll zero that out. So as long as you're within 5 thousandths, that would be 2.5 thousandths either way. You're good. So we're good there.
Nice, a good shaft.
Yeah. Big mills where we mill all the cases and whatnot. Mark will give you a better tour here in a little bit.
Very cool.
Here's what you have basically with nothing done to it.
Yeah, true. The bare metal casting.
Yeah. Before it's machined at all.
Yeah, cool. Definitely cool to see the process. Like, is this the only facility that does the boxes?
So South does some of the boxes too. I would have to look at your serial number, but yeah, it would probably come from here.
Yeah.
In some way, we make the gears. We send the gears to South. too,
Okay.
So
So this is the only place that does the gears?
Yep.
But the South can do some casings and stuff as well?
They do like the GSR builds down
Okay.
South. They do some of the 4As down South, and they also do some of the 101As.
Okay.
But they do the builds. We do like the manufacturer.
It'd be cool to check the serial number if it was from here. It's like a full circle. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I can tell you. I can tell you probably who built it then too.
True.
This is our MagnaFlux machine.
So you're going to have to explain what it does again. 'Cause
It's a lot. So basically what we're doing here is mix up the material down in the solvent there.
Okay.
Get all the metal particles ready. And then once we magnetize your gears,
Okay.
it'll show all your metal particles on any sort of crack you're looking for.
Okay.
So we basically use this
So,
toast here.
and then what, like it has like a fluoro light? Like do you turn that light off or something? And
Yep. Make sure she's on mag here. Make sure it's free. And you can actually see them pulling together there as you're magnetizing. And then when you pull it off, now that you got your solvent all mixed up, warmed up, you can spray that on there. Suck the metal particles into the cracks now that it is magnetized.
Yep.
And you will actually see a definite.
like a clear crack, even like a
Yes.
little baby hairline or
Yes.
something.
That one looks good.
But hopefully there's nothing we can see.
Yeah, that's ideally nothing. That's it. It's on your headset there.
We found something. There you go. True. Tip of the gear. Alright, so it was just fourth gear that had the crack on it, so it was the one we were replacing anyway because of the pitting, so kind of makes sense. But lucky that didn't let go, it would have been having an entirely different issue if that tooth went.
Be looking at a lot more than fourth gear.
So we're here at the right time by the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Alright, now we've magnetized it. We've got to demagnetize it.
Yeah.
It all makes sense. Reassembly time.
Yeah, tighten everything up, get you some fresh bearings in there.
And a fresh fourth.
Yeah. Decrease that walk that you had there, and you should be solid.
Go for it. That's sounding better. Nice. Voila. She's back together. Complete. Now you got to tell me, off this serial number, how can you tell if it was made here or not?
So ours always starts with G101A and then the year. So South would start with like a T something.
Okay.
So yours was G101A, made in 2019 and 1,389.
There you go.
In
So
line.
it's made here. One thing I didn't mention is they do upgrades for, you said T56 and TR6060? You said they're like up to 3,000 horsepower, do you say? Or?
Our one guy trying to hit 3,000 horsepower. We have a couple guys running them pretty reliably.
Yeah, it's just like a
24, 25
Change over gear
horsepower.
set.
The case does have to be machined a little bit. It's basically a throw-in gear set.
Yeah, pretty sick.
Throw a
And
front plate and a spray bar on there, and you're good to go.
1018, you got the GSR,
GF4A.
okay, which is, what's the difference?
That's our road race version.
Okay.
It's basically the same design as the 101A. It's based off like the old Muncie, same shape of the case, but it has the provisions for like the pump and the
Squirters
spray
and all
bars.
that. Yeah,
you know
cool.
what I mean? It has an internal spray bar, has all the ports for the pump and the cooler and whatnot.
And what would you say, like the G4, the 101A GSR and that box is rated to?
Over 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah.
We have people running that easily, 1,400.
Yeah. And then you go up to the 6-speed.
TR6060 kit.
Yeah.
And then that is the one that we have people running the drag and drive with and have that tens of thousands of miles on at 1,500 plus horsepower.
Yeah, it's sick.
And one guy's running at 2,500 horsepower, trying to touch 3,000 this year. So
Yep. And then the next box is the sequential one.
the 6XD, which is a whole nother animal. You know what I mean?
And what's that rated to?
I put that at 18 or so. It's full billet case, full gear set. Again, our numbers are tentative, so that number is numbers that we've seen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean,
Fair.
we always rate them a little lower. Like the 101 is rated for 1,000
Okay.
horsepower.
And I thought the sequential would be like a bit more, just something to do with the TR6060 setup and
I
stuff.
don't think the TR6060 is technically rated to that horsepower.
Yeah,
you know what
okay,
I
it's
mean?
just what
I
you've
think
seen, okay.
That's experience, you know.
Yeah.
If you have somebody running it reliably with that.
Yeah, makes sense.
We have the one guy, I would say, is rating 1,500 plus solid.
Okay.
And the one guy, he's from Canada, runs all the drag and drive events, drives down to Florida, has 30,000 miles on that thing.
Okay. And then just a quick reference for people, the prices from...
The 101A is like the lowest end model, but it still performs very well. Drag, drift, whatever you want to do. That starts at 6,200 with the shifter, your choice of vertical gate or H pattern. And then you move up a step, that's the 4A with the pump provision. And that one is 6,900 with your choice of shifter, just because of the pump costs a little more.
Yep.
And it's a magnesium case too, so it is a little bit lighter. And then you actually move up into like a 5R, which is 7,200. That's the 5-speed, and that one is more of a drag transmission.
Okay.
We have seen that dabble a little in drift, but not too much.
Okay.
And then once you get up into the 6-speed stuff, just the kit, 5,300 for the kit, I
Yep.
believe. And then the full build transmission is about 10 to 12,
Okay.
depending on if you get the front spray bar and stuff. There's some add-ons you can throw in afterwards that bump the price a little bit. And then back to the GSR. So you're sitting at 9,900
Okay. Yep.
pretty much.
USD, obviously. And then the last one would be the
The 6XD, that one is
sequential board.
the full billet unit and the bear. And that one you're sitting about 20,000 on.
All right. I'm going to get packed up and get back to putting this box in, but I appreciate it a lot. Thanks heaps, man. It was nice to meet you.
Anytime. Nice to meet you as well.
All right, now the gearbox is done. We're going to do a quick tour of the process of the gears and stuff. So I reckon I'll just slap in a little montage of the before and afters and seeing some of the gears cut and all that, because it's a pretty cool process. It's pretty sweet that all this is done in-house. So everything's available, ready here, ready to go. Hence why I could get the box done. Just everything. If anything was broken, they could just go out there and check it, fix it, make sure it's all right, and good to go. That's the second stage, and then gear beforehand.
There's a taper in there. That's what that puts on there.
Nice, thank you.
So he'll clean up the actual teeth on the gear here.
Okay.
This is a before.
Yep.
And then this is an after. You
yep.
can see how clean the teeth are there. Each plate or something there. Cut the gear.
Start. Finish. Yeah, true. Alright, we're back to the wagon at Freedom Motorsports, and we've got there. I noticed something back here, which is not ideal, if you can see that. A little bit of crackage, but this one looks pretty much cracked all around too, so we're going to look at re-welding and doing a bit of a sleeve and tying it into like each side basically. First time I've seen or had that happen, so yeah. She's done. It's completed. But thanks to this legend, Lucas, thank you very much. Appreciate it a lot. He pulled this apart and yeah, welded up all the cracks and put a reinforcement plate. We can only get this half in there at the moment because it's way too hard to access the top. But he's still got all the way around the top there. They're just re-welding the cracked bit, so that's looking much nicer. Everything else back on, gearbox all back together, fresh Motul diff oils, gearbox oil, did a filter finally found a filter thanks to Lucas as well. He found me a nice Ford filter, so it's a different code there, FL820S if you're from the US and want to know what the Barra
It's like the equivalent for a Barra.
Yep. Steering rack bushes were cooked, freshies in there thanks to Stewie Bryant from Acosta for sending them out. Everything's tight now. I even did yeah, so we pulled this side off as well. Thanks again, Lucas. So if you saw the E-Town Gamble vlog, and we broke this knuckle and did the ghetto welds at the track, but Lucas went ahead and did this one even better. We had a few extra cracks that we noticed, so these are Stewie's first rendition of these knuckles, so he's improved the weld since. Yeah, thanks again, Lucas, and the whole Freedom Motorsports team and workshop. Thanks Tony, legend, for letting me use the hoist, and thanks Rich Whiteman for the for organising it, I guess. So yeah, that's it. Pack her up, boys. If you enjoyed the video, smack the like and subscribe. And I never say it, but click that bell notification. I don't know what it does, but you got to click it anyway. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one. Here you go, bruh.
Goddamn merch.
Token of appreciation.
Yeah, dude. I
Share it
appreciate
between
it,
the
man.
crew. A couple of sizes, a couple of tees, a couple of lanyards, premium stickers,
No way.
USA Tour stickers,
Dude,
and one poster for you because you're the #1 fanboy. I forgot to mention, so we're talking about like, what are we talking about? Just 1J sounds? What'd you say? You mentioned something about a blue car?
This dates back 8 years ago. 8 years ago, I was watching YouTube, and I was trying to decide on like cams or what build I would do, and I found a wagon, and it was like a pastel blue color, and it had chrome decals. I think you know the car that's kind of
Yeah, I think I might know it.
Yeah.
So it turns out it's my car, and I think it was like a full boost video, something on YouTube.
Yep.
One of the early videos, and yeah, she definitely sounded premium.
Yeah.
I might insert a clip here, maybe not, but anyway, that's the car.
But no, yeah, that's
And there you go. See the OG fan, and you didn't even know it. You just see this wagon rock up.
Huge staple, dude.